Hey everyone, finally time to do an update video on everything. I've gotten rid of a few machines. I have not got anything new, but hopefully that will change in the coming weeks. I'm always looking for more tractors to work on, flip, and part out. First off, the Husqvarna GT. It's actually in pretty much the same spot it was in my last video, but it's been moved out back, and I have just recently pushed it up front here. I'm actually working on the engine, getting the engine back together and getting it ready to go back in this machine, and hopefully I'll be able to sell this machine. It does have a few issues, but really its issues are not major. The drivetrain is good. It's just a charging system, which I'm trying to fix at the moment, and the front tires. But this is technically a functioning machine, but I wouldn't really put it back into service. This would actually be a really good off-roading machine, since it does have the high-low rear end, and it is the larger machine. This is one of the larger machines that Craftsman built, AYP built at the time. So more on that in a later video. Just getting it done. The little Mastercraft machine, I ended up having to replace the head gasket on it. I don't think it was blown, but the gasoline fouled the oil, so it was smoking. So I ended up just replacing the head gasket anyways. The cylinder wall didn't look too bad. There was some mouse damage on top of the engine, so I'm happy I did end up replacing it and cleaning it up a bit. Like I mentioned, I sold the Ford YT16. I got actually what I wanted for it. Got a little bit more than what I paid for it back out of that machine, which was nice. Even though I did have to put an electric fuel pump in it, but I did have the electric fuel pump. I sold the LT1000. I believe I put up a video of that machine leaving. And the little Mastercraft, I did end up selling it. That one, I did get my money back on it, and I made a little bit of profit, so it turned out not too bad in the end. The guy was a real stiffler on the price, and he was a new Canadian, if you know what I mean. Also, the big John Deere, I did do a video of that. That machine is gone. I haven't heard anything from the people who bought it, but I have all the pictures and everything, the videos of that machine. So if they still trying to come back at me saying, oh, it's this, and this, I got proof of that machine. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it. So this is the first machine I ever had a tow truck come and pick up and leave. So, but that machine had nothing wrong with it. Everybody knew that machine had nothing wrong with it. So anyways, LT1000, still the same. I'm still looking for an electric golf cart, because the legalities of an electric golf cart are much different from a gas golf cart. So I'll be able to drive around an electric golf cart without any issues. And this machine is starting to get tired. It does still have all its cutting abilities still attached to it. So if I was to find a deck, this machine could be a grass cutter again. But most likely it will just be an extra machine to have around to pull the trailer and a few things like that. The big Cub Cadet, as you can see, the mower deck is back on it. The snowblower has been put away for the summer. It will be coming obviously back out once we get winter comes around again. And nothing's really changed with the scrap pile. I gotta get those tires off that little Landmark machine. All 4 tires are good, but just the body and the transmission isn't so good on that machine. And the rest of the scrap pile really hasn't changed. Unfortunately, I literally blew up a tire from my Craftsman Racer. It literally blew the sidewall out when I was trying to use a little bit of ether and fire and trying to get it back on the bead. It didn't really survive, unfortunately. More on the Craftsman Racer in a few minutes. But anyways, the Cub Cadet, I got lights for it. I got a new light bar for the front. I got lights for the back. I'll do a video on those lights very, very soon. I'm a little bit behind on videos. Been busy with a lot of other things, and a lot of other things have come first before working on this stuff out here. Last but certainly not least, the Craftsman Racer has still been sitting in here for slumber for the winter. I've been meaning to get some work done on this machine. I gotta get the air filter done. I'm thinking that could be causing some of its issues that it's having. But hopefully this machine will be coming out of hibernation very soon, and I can have some fun with it. I guess I'll do a quick video in here. This is the one of our storage buildings, and this is a little Honda generator. I've actually found a parts unit for this machine, and I'm hoping to get it relatively soon. The guy I'm getting it from has been relatively busy lately, and he hasn't been able to bring it by. But this little generator will be back up and running very soon. It's not a bad machine. It'll be big enough to run our sump pumps. So in case the hydro goes out, it'll be able to run the pumps and a few of the other pumps inside the house. So it's not really big enough to run anything major, but it's definitely big enough to run pumps. And nothing's changed in here. Like I said, stuff in the house is first, and then probably by next summer we'll be working on this building here. We're still working on different plans on how to rebuild it. I kind of want to leave it where it is, but everybody else wants it to be moved off the property line a little wee bit. But if it gets moved off the property line, it gets made smaller. But that's pretty much it. So I'll talk to them later. Please share and like always, and please share and comment.